I want to talk to you about what to expect in the crypto markets for the next couple of weeks, all the way up to September 20th and 21st. That's what I want to talk to you about in this video, because I think this is something that you need to be aware of. And there's a couple of moving factors here. And my goal is real simple, is to keep you updated and keep you aware of what's going on in crypto so that you can make better choices, better decisions, and just be a little bit more better informed. If you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button below, hit that like button. Let's get into this and stick around to the end because I got a lot of really good stuff to tell you about. Okay. So look, here's the thing. Right here, right now, crypto is flat, and crypto is fairly volatile right now. We had a pretty significant drop on Thursday and Friday of last week that happened for a very simple reason. We had the FOMC meeting. This was basically the Federal Reserve policymaker meeting that happened Wednesday of last week, and the meeting notes came out Thursday and Friday. And you saw the crypto market and stock market react accordingly on Friday. That's when you saw that big drop off on Friday. That's what happened. And in the notes, basically the meeting notes were the notes of what was said in the meeting. Okay. So in the notes of the meeting, they talked about the fact that the policymakers that were in attendance at this Federal Reserve FOMC meeting basically felt like that all of the interest rate raises that the Federal Reserve has done so far this year in 2022 have not made a substantial impact on inflation. Now, this is contradictory to what we got from Chairman Powell, who's the chairman of the Fed, at the end of the July meeting when they raised the base interest rate 75 basis points. He said, and I'm paraphrasing but quoting, that it looks like we're in the worst of it and it's getting better. Okay, so we have conflicting information. Okay, so now talking about what's going on with crypto, you have uncertainty now. Okay, you now have uncertainty. Well, they said this at the end of July, and now they said something completely almost opposite just last week. What the heck should we or not do? And that's why you saw that what happened on Thursday and Friday, and it bled over into the weekend and all that kind of stuff. That's it. Uncertainty creates havoc on the stock market, on crypto market. It just does. Okay. And look, by the way, crypto fear and greed index, I bet you has continued to drop. Yeah. Look, we dropped. Let me refresh this. Let's see what we got. Yeah. Yesterday we were at a 27. Last week we were at a 45. This was before we were moving up. It was looking good. This is the fear and greed index. This measures social sentiment. Said a different way, social fear or confidence. Basically, people are extremely fearful right here, right now about crypto. Okay. And that's going to continue to be in effect because here's what we're at. Right here, right now, we got a couple of other big reports coming out in the next couple of weeks, but we are going to be in this weird no man's land in crypto until September 20th and 21st, until we find out. Those are the dates that the Fed is going to be meeting again. And this is the meeting to decide how much they're going to raise the base interest rate. Now, the consensus, kind of the overall feeling, was that they were only going to raise it 50 basis points. Okay. Because it felt like, and that was less than what we were, that was basically backing off of the dramatically high 75 and 75 basis points raise that we've had back to back in the last two Fed meetings. People were like, they were hopeful. They were like, okay, we're only going to get 50 maybe. And maybe we're starting to see the end of the inflation. Maybe things are getting better. Now we have this conflicting information. Now we have all what's going to happen. Is it going to be 50 basis points? Is it going to be 75? Is it going to be 100 basis point raise that they're going to do in the September Fed meeting? You see my point. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And uncertainty is being created right now by what the Fed is not going to do. Now, you may come back to, Austin, why does all this matter? It matters because inflation has been the key story in the entirety of 2022. The reason that the stock market has been down and the crypto market has been down, why the crypto market fell below $2 trillion, if you want to distill it down to one word, inflation. Because inflation impacts everyone globally. You have the EU, the European Union, coming out saying that their inflation right now is at a 25-year all high. You have country after country after country talking about this. You have supply chain problems still lingering because of the effects of COVID and all of the in countries like China. Literally, China shutting down almost its entirety of its production of products and goods. You see my point. Okay. All of this is kind of a ripple pervasive effect. So what to expect right here, right now, it's not all bad news, but what to expect right now is volatility and uncertainty leading up to what the Fed is or is not going to do. A lot of this. Down 0.8, up 1, down 2, up 1.5. A lot of this kind of back and forth volatility. Now, here's what I would say as a final thought. If you are a long-term investor and you're looking at, hey, should I get into crypto or maybe increase my positions in some different assets or not, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, whatever the one is, Shiba Inu, whatever it may be. If you're looking at it long-term and you're like, hey, should I, and you're looking at buying and holding long-term, then not investing advice, this is a pretty good time because everything is at a pretty significant, massive discount. Look at whatever coin or token you're looking at, and then look at the all-time high for that. And I guarantee you it's down dramatically. So if you're looking at buying and holding long-term, not a bad time to buy. These are the times when everything's in the red and depressed. The prices are depressed, pushed down, that fortunes are made. You buy low, you sell high. And I realize that it's hard to buy when things are in red and all you see is bad news after bad news after bad news. But I do firmly believe that crypto is going to turn around and going to get better long term. It's going to grow. It's going to be a 4 or 5 trillion, $6 trillion market cap space at some point in the future. That's all I got for you. Thank you for your support. I'll see you.